Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make a professional YouTube thumbnail in Photoshop. So the first thing to do is you come to Google and search for standard YouTube thumbnail size. So the standard size for YouTube thumbnail is 1280 by 720 pixels. So it is 1280 wide and 720 pixel tall. So let's get started. So just come to Photoshop, new. Don't let my Photoshop interface confuse you because I'm using the latest Photoshop 2018. So don't let it confuse you. So all you have to do is just come to File and New, create your own new document. So now notice this place. We have it in inch. We have to change it to pixel because we are working with pixel size. So the width is 1280. So we are typing in 1280 here, and the height is 720, I think. So let's just write 720 here. So then the resolution should be in 300. The resolution should be in 300 because that's the S quality. So create. So now we have the document created. What we need now is the image. So now there are a lot of ways we can import image into Photoshop. So I'm going to show you 3 different ways you can import image. You can use to import image into Photoshop. So the first method is, let's say you are in a folder now, or you're on your desktop and you have this picture. So just double click on the picture, then right click and open with, then you see Photoshop. So that's the first method. The second method is come to File, then Open. Then you locate the folder where you have your photo. Just double click and it will come. So now the other option is maybe you have a search. So I'm searching for stock. I have a lot of stock images here. So okay, I'm in my stock image folder now, and let's say I want to use this guy here. So I just have to click and drag him on my document and wait for it to load. Boom, we got it now. So the first thing to do whenever you are working in Photoshop is like unlock the layer. Let's say this is not a new file. Maybe you just import a photo, you have to unlock this background. So but since we are working on this one, you have no problem. So now the question some people ask is, how do they cover the space here? We have white space at the edges here. You can just hold shift and alt on your keyboard, hold them down, then look at it from this angle. Now just drag, you can see it's covered. So it depends on the kind of picture you are using. You know, if you have a smaller picture, let's say something like this, you can't cover this picture like this, because if you say you should drag with shift and alt, you just lose a lot of the picture. So what will you do in this situation? To me, I advise removing the background. Then when you remove the background, you put it on another background. So let's say for example now we have this, but this one is on a black background. So what do? Just come here, click on this icon here and pick solid color. So when you pick solid color, just click directly on the color here. You see we have black. So actually what I just did is I created a solid color and I sampled this color. So because why this thing work for me like this is because we have a black background. So let me give you another example. Let's say I have something like this. Okay, let's say I have something like this and I want to drag. You see, good. Look for something with picture and nasty background. Okay, All right, let's say we have this lady. You can drag and scale, but we don't want to lose it. So let's say it's like this. Control A, then click on center here to make it align to center. So we have white space. Control D to deselect. You have white space on the edges here. So what do you do? First of all, this image is a smart object because we drag it into this photo. So we have to right click and recognize this photo to make it flat. Can you see? So now come to this tool. This is a rectangular marquee tool. Just make selection like this. Then come to edit, then transform, then you come to edit, then you come to content aware scale. You click on it, then you just scale like this. Edit, content aware scale, then you just scale down. Control D to deselect, and we are done. So but let's say you see, let's say you want to use a complex image and you don't know what to do. To me, I would advise you using a photo without background or something like that, because let's say we have this picture now, no background on this. You see, you can adjust it anyhow you want. You can adjust it anyhow you want, and you can just put any background you want, solid color. You see, because it has no background, so it's very flexible to work with. So now I'm gonna use this image and move straight to the point. So let's say we have something like this. I'm just gonna align the photo like this. So just like I said, come to the background. You must click on the background so that to make sure you are under. Then come to click on this icon, solid color. Then you click on the color you want to sample. So I'm sampling this color. Just click on. So you can say I sample this color, and if you like, if you want to remove the edges, because you can see we have sharp edges here, you can just come here, click on the picture, click on this camera like icon, we call it a layer mask. Just click on it, then make sure your color here is black. You can press D to reset this and press X to make the foreground color black. So just come to your brush, or you can just press B, only B. Don't press Ctrl B, only B on your keyboard, just B. Then you can right click. If you can see the brush is here, just come here and reset default brushes. Okay, so my because I'm using the latest version of Photoshop, this might be different, but just use your head, it's all the same. It's just that this one are more organized and in a group now. So pick this first brush, soft round brush. So you have the soft brush now, you can just increase the size here, just increase the size a bit, and paint. Make sure you have black here. If you don't have black here, it won't work. And make sure you look at it, there is a box on this white stuff. If it's, you can see the box come back here. Just make sure you are on the white icon and click on it, and make sure you have the box like border around it. Then now make sure you have a black color here, then gently paint. Don't let it touch the person. Can you see? We just clean the sharp edges, so we can use this photo now. So now creating the thumbnail, like adding some shapes to this is very simple. Just create a new layer by clicking on here, then come to shapes. We have a lot of shapes, so just click and hold. You can use any of these shapes here. We have the rectangle, you can use this for the square, we have the ellipse tool, you can see the circle, the polygonal. Good, but if you want to get an accurate circle, instead of you dragging like this, just hold shift and drag, then you have an accurate circle. So we are using the rectangle for this tutorial. I'll just click on the rectangle, then I will drag. This is what I did. I click on the rectangle, then I click like this and drag. Let's say this is what I want. Good. So now I want to change the color of this rectangle. How do I change the color of this rectangle? Just come directly here. Look at this small box there. Just click on it, and you pick your color on your swatches. You see, you can just click on the swatches and pick any color you want, or just double click and use this color instead, and let me say green. Or you just come to Google and search for green color code. You can search for color code on Google and input it into your design. So we have a lot of green colors here. Anyone you like, lime, just copy it from this hash here. You can search for any color. Just let's say you're looking for red color code, go to Google and search for red color code. So just come here and Ctrl V, paste it there. You can see we have a green color code. We have a green color here. So just press OK. So I like the green darker, so I'll use my default green here. So that's just it. We have the rectangle here, and we can change the color. We can move it anywhere we want. We can put it here. Definitely when we put it here, we'll have to drag these people down. Can you see? So now let's say we want to shape this thing, like we want to make it look somehow. So this is what you do. You drag. Let's say you want it like this. Double click, change the color to any color of your choice. Then now come to your move tool. That's you just press V on your keyboard to bring you here. Then make sure you hold your control. Then come to the edge. When you hold your control, that means you are telling this Photoshop that you want to distort this image. So press Control and drag. Can you see? You can drag up, you can drag down. I'm dragging from the edge. You drag, can you see? I'm holding Control. Let me do it once again. Make your selection, like draw your shape, then press V on your keyboard for the move tool, then hold Control, then come to the edge here and drag and drag, apply, then drag it down. Can you see? Then double click and change your color. Good. Let's say we want to make this two color and make it more beautiful. How do we do this? We have one here. So what do we do now? Just press Alt. Notice what happened to my mouse now. When I press Alt, my mouse changed into two. We have a black at the foreground and we have a white mouse arrow at the background. You can see. If I click and hold my Alt, it will change. So what this is telling us to do is, like, it's asking us that you want to duplicate. You say yes, just click Alt, then click on your mouse and drag up. So automatically we have duplicated this image. Look at it on the layer. This is the first layer, this is the second layer. So what do we do now? Just double click and change this one to another color like white. So now we have two. We have the white and we have the green. So what do we do? Just drag this one below the green. You can see we have two shades of color now. You can drag this one down and make it suitable the way you want. You can just drag it and rotate it here. You can see I'm making a show here, but it's not showing here. So you can play around with this and do anything you want to do. So let me just quickly write the text. So when you draw the shape, please, there's one mistake a lot of people used to make. When you draw the shape now, a lot of people don't know that you can't just come here and start writing text. It will just be within the shape. So what do you do? Sorry, what do you do? Just when you drag the shape like this, what you do is just after changing the color and you are ready to write your text or whatever, just create a new layer. So when you create a new layer now, you can just start writing your text. Let's say come to the text, or just press T on your keyboard, or just click on this one. Then let's say this is a sample text. Ctrl A to make selection, then come to this place and change the size. Let's say I'm giving it 30. Then you can change the font. So I would advise you to use, there are a lot of fonts you can use. You can use Times New Roman, you can use Arial, you can use Impact, you can use Bebas, you can use a lot of fonts you like, but For this tutorial, I'll use Impact. That's Impact IMPACT. It's a default font, is on every computer as long as it's a window computer. Just click on OK. Then you reduce the size by dragging it here, or you drag it like this and hold shift. Please never ever drag text like this, or you drag it like this. It's not professional. If you want to drag the text, you drag it from the edge like so. Okay, good. So now this is a sample text. I don't want it in all caps, so you have to rewrite it again. This is a sample text. Now press enter. I will upload this tutorial to YouTube. Just a sample text. Then Ctrl A to make selection. Then you can come here, just drag with your mouse. I'm using an external mouse. Please, if you are working on Photoshop or anything, try get an external mouse. I don't know the kind of mouse you're using there, but just try get an external mouse. And if you're using an external mouse, fine. So you can align it to the left. You can see we have it justified to the left. You can align it to the right. You can align it to the middle. But for this tutorial, I'll align it to the left. Then I can hold shift, then you drag and align and set it like this. So if you want to change the text color, you can just double click on the T here, then come here and pick any color you want. Bam. So now let's say this one too. If you want to like add more styles to it, you can just click on Alt and drag, or you Ctrl J for jog, Ctrl J to duplicate, then hold shift and Alt to expand. Change the color to any color you wish to change it to, then drag it below. You can see you can just adjust it like this. So you have two colors now. You can even change it to white. So it's not advisable to always do this. I'm just teaching you this so you know what to do on your next project. Alright, I think that's gonna be all for this tutorial. But before I go, let me just give you more bonus. So there are a lot of things you can do to this text. Let's say I don't want it like this, I want it more closer up, so I'll just double click on the text. So click on this icon here, you see it here. If you can't see it here, come to window, then you click on character. So it's the character palette. If it's not here, you come to window, then character. So I'll click on character now. So I want to move the text up like this. We just drag it. Can you see? Just be careful. Can you see? So I want to increase the size. Like I want to increase the size between every text here. Just highlight the text and increase it. Can you see? So there are a lot of things you can do here. And when you notice you have done something wrong and you don't know, because I won't be there, you don't know who to call, you don't know what else to do. When you know you have just messed up this, just come. Click on these three lines here and reset character. Just click on reset character and you're done. You're back to reset mode. So you can change your font and use Times New Roman, Times New Roman, Times New Roman. Alright, so that's it. So double click and change the color. Good. So that's it. Thanks for watching this tutorial and see you next. God bless you.